We'll begin today sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position. And we will be here for a while, so the operative word is comfortable. We're not here to suffer. Things might be uncomfortable sometimes, that's okay, but we don't need them to be if we can make adjustments to make ourselves a little bit more at ease. So if you want to sit up on a cushion or a towel or a block or whatever you need to make yourself feel a little more supported, please do so. And then let's bring the palms to face down on the legs. Inhale and press down with the hands, pulling up through the shoulders. And then exhale, let the shoulders drop down the back. And then just let your hands rest on your legs. You can have the palms down or have the palms up. See what feels most supportive to you right now. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, then I invite you to do that. And if not, just maybe lower your gaze and rest it on something that's not moving. Whatever will support you in turning your awareness inward. Maybe we can start by just noticing the pressure of the buttocks sitting, feeling the points of contact. And maybe imagining that all the muscles around those sit bones can let go and the sit bones can sink down a little more freely. Invite the legs to relax. And then release the pelvis. So you can let the bottom of the belly, like there's a bowl there, and just imagine that the bowl is just flopping down, just letting go. And then also the walls of the belly, so the front of the belly, the sides of the belly, just kind of let them fall open. And you can feel as though when you inhale, the belly is a balloon that blows up. And then when you exhale, the air comes out of the balloon and it shrinks. Just feeling the breath nice and full and long and slow. Opening up into the belly in all directions. And relaxing as you exhale. Maybe letting the shoulders relax down a little more as you exhale. And then letting them come into the belly and then into the ribs. Just feeling the expansion. First, the walls of the belly round and grow, and then the ribs move away from each other. How does it feel to inhale energetically? What does that feel like? What does it feel like in your heart and your mind on the inhale? What does that create for you? And then what does the exhale feel like? Not just in the movement of the release of the breath, but just in your being. What do you notice? And then we'll complete our 3-part breath, breathing into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. How much of your upper lungs can you inflate? Maybe imagining that the collarbones are widening in the fullness of your in-breath. Everything relaxing with the out-breath. Continue to breathe in this way as you turn the palms to face down on the knees and take circles around with the torso, letting your chest come forward and your eyes come up as you inhale. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin, lean back, round. As you inhale, the chest comes forward and the eyes roll up. Exhale, rounding the back. On the inhale, we open the body, and the exhale, as we noticed when we were practicing in stillness, the body gets smaller. So it makes sense to kind of collapse and round as you exhale and expand the heart open as you inhale. And when you are ready for your next rotation, reverse directions. And see if you can let go of using your hands and just use your muscles in the trunk of your body to move you. And then make your way to center, maintaining the fullness of the breath. Same slow rhythm. And then as we inhale, we'll send the arms out and back, lifting the heart, lifting the eyes. And then on the exhale, clasp your hands, press the palms forward, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, palms up, keeping them clasped. Exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, open, heart up, eyes up. Exhale, round, clasp the hands, press them forward, pull the navel to the spine. Inhale, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, relax the arms. And continue like that at your own pace, following your breath. Last round. And when you exhale the hands down, that will normally be by your side, instead, we're going to fold forward and bring the hands to the ground in front. Let your elbows drop. Even if you're not close enough to the ground to feel like your elbows bend, you just want to feel like there's some slack in your arms so you're not rigid and locked in the elbows. And then just take some really deep breaths from bottom to top, just like we've been doing. You may not feel it in the belly and in the ribs and in the chest. So just notice when you try to breathe in that way while your body's in this shape, where the breath expands, where the body relaxes. Explore the full extent of your inhale. Really feel your breath pushing your ribs out wider. Relax through the hands and arms. Relax through the face and the jaw. Try to relax the mind. Focus on the breath pouring in, filling in, relaxing out. Wait for your next inhale to naturally come and then use it to roll up and reach the arms up. Exhale, release down. Rest your hands, rest your eyes, just feel the breath. So now the challenging part is to maintain this slow rhythmic breath as we release the legs in a non-rhythmic way. Before you release them, notice which leg is in front or on top. And then it's kind of like walking and chewing gum at the same time. So you're going to sustain that 3-part breath, slow and long, and release the legs and shake them out at a very different pace. Let's circle the feet around at the ankles. Are you moving to the pace of your breath? It's okay if the answer is no. Just know if you are or not. Circle the other way. Beautiful. Cross your legs again with the opposite leg in front or on top. Place the left hand on the ground beside you. Slide it away from you. As far as it'll go without feeling like the right sit bone lifts up off the ground. And then push away from you with that left hand and see if you can sink your right hip and sit bone down a little bit more. Good. Now bend that left elbow and drop the shoulder down. Keep the right sit bone grounded. Take the right arm up and reach over to the left. Bring your gaze up and over to the right. Pressing with your left hand, just maintaining that pressure, sinking into the right sit bone, reaching out long through your right hand and feeling the breath. Filling in, and then when you empty out, notice the relaxation response, how it shows up in the body, where it shows up. Focus on making your breath deep and slow. Don't worry so much about the posture. You have the posture in place. then let the breath work the posture for you. When your next inhale comes, lift yourself up. Exhale, bring that right hand down to the ground beside you. Breathe in and out. And slide the right hand away from you as far as it'll go without the left buttock lifting up. And then once you're there, push that right hand down and forward, down and away, and sink that left sit bone down. Good. And then drop the right elbow, letting the shoulder come down, and reach that left arm up and overhead. Turn your gaze up and to the left. Turn your attention inward to your breath. If you're able to close your eyes, it's often helpful to feel what's happening inside. On your next inhale, lift up, both arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward, both hands come to the ground. Gently drop your head, bend your elbows. Inhale and spread the breath into the body, long and wide. Exhale, relax, surrender. Notice if your arms are working, if they're locked. Bend the elbows. And then on your next inhale, wait for it. Roll yourself up, reach the arms up. And exhale down. Maintain the breath as you release your legs and shake them out. So find the rhythm. It's like the movement of your legs is the melody. And you're maintaining the rhythm with your breath. And then find your way to hands and knees, please. You can be on fists if that's easier for you, or spread your fingers wide if you're on your palms. Let's warm up the hips. So we'll start taking the left knee out to the side and make big circles around with the left leg. Find the rhythm of your breath. And then circle the other way. And release that leg down, and without skipping a beat, switch to the other leg. Connect to your breath. in reverse directions. And relax the knee down. And then we'll do sunbird pose. So the movement of the spine is like cat and cow, arching and rounding. And then the legs are gonna come along for the ride. So as you inhale and you drop your belly and look up, the left leg is gonna lift up. Then on the exhale, the knee is gonna come to the forehead's gonna come to the knee. You're gonna round your back. And then just continue like that at your own pace. Looking up when you inhale and lifting the leg high so it's not parallel to the ground. You're really arching and then rounding. Last one. And then bring the knee down and continue with the other leg. Right leg lifts, eyes lift. Really pull the forehead toward the knee and the knee toward the forehead, scooping your belly in. Look up on the inhale. Look down on the exhale. So the neck is moving too. Next time you exhale, release the knee to the ground. Keep the knees hip width apart and the buttocks over the knees, and release the left forearm down under your chest. Send the right arm forward. Drop the chest down, relax the head, and then let the mid back sink. Keep the elbow off the ground and the right arm straight. Resting the right hand on the floor. Letting the mid back sink. So kind of like the same shape that we were in, where we were arching. You want to try to have that arch by dropping the spine, not by rounding it, by dropping the center of your back down. Beautiful. Now take that right arm and bring it all the way over to the left. Take your right foot and hook it under your left foot. And with your left foot, really pull your right foot to the left. Straighten your right arm. And then lean your right hip back. And breathe. So your right arm is all the way over to the left side on the diagonal. The arm is straight. And you're pulling the right hip to the right and back. Work with your breath. And then bring the right hand back, straight in front of you. Thread that left arm all the way under, coming down onto the shoulder, resting on your head. And then slide the right hand all the way to your left arm. Just slide the hand straight down to your left arm, not your hand, just your arm. So where the hand was, just slide it toward you. Good. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale and push down into the right hand and roll to the back of your head. You can either keep your hand on the ground pushing to help you twist, or you can take that right arm all the way up in the air. You can bring the arm behind your back, wrap it around your left thigh, whatever works for you. Make your way through the twist with your breath. And then if the right arm was lifted, bring it back down. Press yourself up. Uncross your ankles. We'll take a little bit of a cat stretch, hands under the shoulders, round the back. And then back to neutral spine. Steady your breath. Release your right forearm down under your chest. Slide your left arm straight forward. Maybe inching forward with the fingertips. And then drop the chest. So if your back were a hammock and somebody sat down in it, what would that look like? Where does the breath go here? Where does your mind go? Can you just notice when the mind has wandered and lovingly bring it back to the experience of your body breathing? And then walk that left hand all the way over to the right on the diagonal. Let the head rest down. And then hook the left foot under the right foot. And use the right foot to kind of pull that left foot over a little bit more to the right. And now send your hips to the left and back. Expanding and relaxing. Inhale and exhale. Stay connected to each breath. And then bring that left hand back straight ahead. Lift your head and slide the right arm all the way under so that you're on your shoulder and on your face. And then make a straight line from where your left hand is back to meet your right arm. Take a breath in and then push down with your left hand, rolling toward the back of your head. And then you can keep your hand there. You can lift it up in the air. You can fold it behind your back, maybe wrapping your hand around your thigh. It's up to you. And see what happens when you inhale if you squeeze your ankles apart. like you're trying to pull them apart. And if that left arm is lifted, bring it back down, press into it to lift yourself up. Release your ankles, round your back, coming back into a cat stretch. Tucking the tailbone, lifting the spine, dropping the head. Okay, come back to neutral spine. And then bring the hands just a little bit over to the left and step your right foot up. And then bring your hands so that one is on either side of the foot. And then drop your hips down and forward. So think about the front of your left hip aiming for your right foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Every time you breathe out, surrender the weight of your hips. Sink them down. Good. Now you may want to double your mat under your left knee. We're going to bend that left knee and reach the left hand to take hold of the left foot. So I know oftentimes I have the right hand take the left foot. Today we're doing same side. And then pull the heel toward the buttock. And then drop the hips. Keep dropping the hips. Good. Now we're going to kick the foot away and roll that left shoulder open and look up and to the left. Nice. Push into your right foot. Beautiful. And release the foot, release the hand, and send your hips back, straightening your front leg, walking your hands back, and then point and flex that front foot. Now again, the breath is slow and long. The movement might be more rapid. So find a way to breathe deep and slow and maintain it as you point and flex. And then hold the flex position. Inhale and look up. And keep looking up. Exhale and lay your belly down on your thigh. Keep looking up, keep looking up, keep looking up. Inhale, look up some more. Exhale, keep looking up, lay your ribs down on your thigh. And inhale, look up. And exhale, lay your chest down onto your thigh. And look up. And exhale, relax your head down. And then put some slack in your elbows. Make the fingers gentle on the ground. Just holding there for balance. Light touch, like a mosquito landing on your skin. And keep pulling the toes toward the crown of your head. Pull the right buttock back. And when you exhale, pull the navel back. Lift your head, bend the front knee, walk the hands forward, bring the right hand to the inside, and take the right knee back. Are you maintaining the rhythm of your breath, even as we do these non-rhythmic movements? Hope so. It's never too late to come back to it. Taking the hands over to the right, step the left foot up, drop the hips down and forward, and then bring one hand on either side of that front foot. Left foot forward. We're going to aim the right hip for the left foot. If possible, one hand on either side of the front foot. And just let the hips shift forward. Drop your hips down. Okay. Now, if you need to tuck your mat under your right knee, go ahead and do that. We're going to grab hold of the right foot with the right hand. And pull the foot in toward the buttock while keeping the hips dropping down. Feel into your breath. How does the breath relate to this stretch? So the shape that we're in influences the shape of the breath. And then the breath in turn influences the shape because there's always an expanding and a contracting as we breathe. Okay, now start to kick that right foot back as much as you can, rolling that right shoulder open, turning your gaze up and to the right. Redropping your hips. Really letting that right foot pull on your right hand and pull your shoulder and chest open. And then breathe into that openness. And release the hand and the foot. Straighten the front leg, sending your hips back, sending your hands back. So the left leg is still in the front, and we're going to point and flex the left foot. Try to keep the front leg straight. Hold the flex position. Inhale and look up. Stay looking up. Exhale and try to lay your belly down onto your thigh. Inhale, look up more. Exhale, try to lay your ribs down onto your thigh. Inhale, look up more. Stay looking up. Exhale, try to lay your chest down onto your thigh. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the head down. And then immediately see if you can feel the relaxation there. It's not like it's not going to be uncomfortable in the stretch. That's okay. We can just hold space for the stretch being uncomfortable, focusing primarily on the breath and really allowing the relaxation of that exhale to permeate through the body. Feel it in the hands and the arms as the elbows drop. Let the head relax, the face soften. Maybe draw the navel in toward the spine and see if the whole torso can relax over. Pulling back through the left buttock. And lift your head, shift your hips forward, bending your front knee. Left arm comes inside, send the knee back. And then let's take a rest in child's pose if you can, or if you want to just sit in rock pose, you can, or any other resting pose that makes your body feel good. If you're in child's pose, consider folding your arms alongside the body and really letting the shoulders spill down. Inhale, exhale. And then bring the hands under the shoulders, push into them to lift yourself up. And then lift your buttocks off your feet, coming to stand on your knees. We're going to come into a camel, and I'm going to offer a modification. So if you want to have your hands on your hips, you can do that. Sometimes it might feel nice to have your palms facing down on your sacrum and bringing the elbows together, and then that opens the chest a little more. And for those of you who can reach your heels, even if you have to curl your toes under to get there, then go ahead and reach your heels. So long as your hips are in front and your chest is in front and your head is back. So you want to try to bring your hips forward, aim your hips in front of you, lift your chest up, and drop your head back. If you're in the full pose, come out one hand at a time. And then come back down into an extended child's pose or mecha pose. Arms out in front. Pushing forward with the hands, pressing back through the hips. Really let the hands be active. Feel yourself stretching through the spine and breathing through the stretch. Feel the expanding inhale and the relaxing exhale. Leave your hands right where they are. Lift your buttocks off your heels. Spread your fingers wide. Curl your toes. Inhale. And then when you exhale, lift your knees. Press forward through your hands, back through your thighs, back through your hips. See if you can feel the length from your fingertips to your sit bones. Stretching longer. Press the heels down, press the thighs back, and then drop your head down so that the top of the head points straight down to the floor. Roll the shoulders down your back, roll the elbows down to the ground. We press the index fingers and thumbs into the ground, lengthening, breathing. Walk your feet up to your hands. And soft knees and chin to chest. Slowly roll yourself up to standing. Reaching up through the arms as you inhale. And exhale the arms down. We'll just do one today. Just standing, resting. Beautiful. Just feeling yourself standing. Knees are unlocked. Feet are heavy. Heart is lifted. Shoulders relaxed. The mind is resting on the breath. Lift your toes and spread them wide. Lower them back down and bend your knees. Shift your weight into your left foot and feel the foot really rooting itself down into the ground. Inhale the arms out to the side and then exhale the right arm under the left. Bring the backs of the hands toward each other, or if you can wrap the palms around, go ahead and do that. And then inhale and lift the elbows up. Good. Now keeping that left knee bent, focus on your breath. Don't go yet. Focus on your breath and focus your eyes on the spot in front of you. Level 1, just come up onto your toes. Level 2, cross your foot over and come onto your toes. Level 3, cross your leg over. Level 4, hook your toes behind your leg. So I like this pose for balance because you have this rudder here. So as soon as you start to feel like you're going to fall to the left, you just push a little bit more through the hands to the right. So maybe you're just balancing on your right big toe and all the weight is in your left foot. If that's the challenge that's best for you today. If you can cross over, that's fine. Stay in your breath. Keep your eyes locked. And release. Roll the shoulders. Lift the toes, spread them wide, lower them down. Bend the knees. Shift your weight into your right foot and really feel how strong that foot feels. Like your whole weight is supported by that foot. Inhale the arms out. Exhale the left arm under the right. Backs of the hands toward each other or palms together. And then inhale and lift the elbows. Open your eyes and look at a spot ahead of you. It might move a little bit once we lift our foot. That's okay. Steady yourself by looking at one spot and steady your mind by feeling your breath. And then when you're ready, level 1, come up onto your toe. Level 2, cross your foot over and balance on your toe. Level 3, cross the leg over. Level 4, hook the foot behind. and release. Good. Shake it out. And then just come to stillness. Feel the vibration from the shaking. Feel the breath. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Straight legs. Relaxing over. And then just rock a little bit from your toes to your heels without lifting your toes or lifting your heels. Just shifting the weight. See if you've naturally coordinated that with your breathing. If not, there's no need to. Just observe. And then shift a little bit from right to left with the hips. And come back to center. Come to stillness. Release the upper body down. And then bend your knees. Lower your buttocks down. Coming onto your buttocks. Down all the way onto your back. Start with the knees bent so that you can press into your feet, lift your hips, tuck your tailbone and lower back down, and then release the legs and shake them out. And if you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. And then just let the arms rest out away from the body with the palms facing up. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale out of the mouth, releasing the weight of the body into the ground. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind. And then inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, letting the lips gently part. And then just staying with your breath. And then releasing your breath so that it feels like the breath is happening on its own. No interference, no agenda, no right breath or wrong breath, just this breath and this breath. Just riding the waves of breath, maybe tiny little ripples, maybe big waves. Just letting your mind ride the waves, deeply relaxed, letting go, letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rocking side to side. Feeling the ground, massaging your back. And then come center, rub the feet together, rub the hands together. Roll onto your side. Rest your head on your underside arm. Rest your body on the ground. Rest your mind in whatever you're most grateful for in this moment. Just let it come and then let it get bigger. And let it get bigger until your gratitude fills your body, and fills the room, fills the sky. And then slowly make your way up to sitting, coming into any comfortable seated posture, sinking down into the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for your practice and your presence.